Hey guys, what is going on? This is IP of Rage Quit TV, gonna be casting the IPL5 Korean Regionals, which makes this a BO3 between TSL.Symbol and MarineKingPrime. Marine King has looked unbeatable so far, but do not forget that Symbol, he is the one that's currently still in GSL Code S Season 3 in the quarterfinals up against Incredible Miracle Seed in the next week or so. And in order to get to that spot, he beat MarineKingPrime not only once, but twice, both in the round of 16 and round of 32 group stages. So we'll see if Marine King can actually take a series off Symbol, or does Symbol just have Marine King figured out? The first map is on Daybreak, which leads me to believe Symbol is going to be playing a kind of passive playstyle, getting like 4 to 6 queens, and then just not dying. Because once you get that queen count, and on Daybreak, you have a lot of good scouting information. You place overlords behind here, which allows you to see the gas. Third and fourth gas, not as critical for Terran. You can sneak it on over here, get some vision of their tech. Most importantly, though, you have overlord positions right here. See the Terran player moving out up here and down here, which just means, are you still moving out? If they get to right here, this is when you morph your banelings in so you can defend against the Terran attack. And when they get to like right here, that's when you're building your lings. So you're like, yeah, I can defend you. So Daybreak is a map where Zerg players can just play a style where they just don't die to early game pressure and they get to the late game. And Zergs just feel more comfortable on that late game because a lot of Terrans, they kind of try to win games at certain periods of time. It's like, I'm going to win with this timing attack, or I'm going to do a lot of damage to this timing attack and get far ahead and then win within the next X minutes. Zerg players are like, well, the longer the game goes on, the greater my chance of winning is. Or that just is how it feels watching a lot of Zerg players play, especially like Stefano. So we'll see exactly what Symbol ends up doing. Marine King, this tournament has shown us a lot of different 2-racks openers that aren't really all in. They're just good 2-racks openers, and this, really risky. If there was a drone scout that came in and he lifted the barracks before it actually got there, no Marines can be built, and that just absolutely sucks. We do have Marine King going to go for that 1-racks expo. 1-racks expo, and that was at 15 supply before he even built a single Marine. And now he has taken his double gases again before building a single Marine. So this is a relatively greedy build, and it may just be as greedy as CC first, just because you get that racks up, which means an early orbital command, and that mule is building while your second command center is building. I don't know what is better. I'm assuming CC first is, but this is a very close second to that build. And Symbol, just going to be going for that 15 hash. He is actually mining gas. So he isn't going to be doing that 4 to 6 queen style, at least not the 6 queen opener, because when you do that, you get your gas a lot later, like at 40 or 45 supply. So Symbol, he may be setting up to do early aggression. The thing is, does he take his drones out when he gets 100 gas or not? It looks like, yes, he does. So that means that he is not going to be going for a Baneling Bust that is just for speed, so he can deal with anything that Marine King throws at him. So sacrificing his third base timing for getting that speed out on his links, we'll see exactly if that is worth it. Of course, Marine King, he is one of the few Terran players that can actually come up with beautiful timings to beat any of those Mass Queen early game builds, so maybe that's why we haven't really seen Hyun or Symbol do that against Marine King. At least Symbol hasn't done that in game number 1. We do have this Overlord coming in to scout, only sees one SCV down there. That's not really that much information. He is going to go up here, sees those Marines, not getting any scouting information. And we do have a starport going down, so I think it's going to be cloaked Banshees out of Marine King just based upon these gases. And you may be wondering why the starport was built on the right side of the factory. If it was built to the left, technically it could land a few seconds earlier and would be more optimal by, again, just a few game seconds. But if he builds this to the left, this one Overlord has a greater chance of seeing it. So building it to the right keeps it undetected longer, or at least it makes it a lot harder for the Zerg player to find out exactly what he's doing. Hellion is going to be moving out to the water, going to clean off this one ling. And we have 14 lings being built. Soon as that Hellion does get spotted, that may be a little bit of an overreaction out of Symbol. Maybe he thinks this is going to be like some type of 3 to 4 Hellion attack, and he's going to just crush that and then crush Marine King because he knows how early this expo was. So we'll see exactly what Symbol ends up doing. He is going to be sending his lings over into the top, so maybe it's going to be a little bit of a counter attack. Doesn't place an Overlord right here, though, and I think this may be a mistake. He does have lings on this one watchtower, so if he sees the Hellions get here, then these lings will be going on into Marine King's natural. So it looks like, yes, that is a counterattack. But if he had an Overload right here, then when he saw the Hellions get to this position, that's when he could send those Lings in. And then the Hellions aren't so close to the Zerg's base because the Hellions would be like, well, if we come back now, the Zerg's already going to be doing damage. However, that's not going to be the case because Marine King isn't doing a 4 Hellion build. He's doing Banshees. Lings do come up that one ramp, and actually, the starport is in range. Maybe because the depot got lifted so late, but now we do know Symbol knows it's going to be Banshees, and he is trying to take out one SCV, but I don't believe any SCVs have fallen. This single Hellion has pulled back, and Marine King's doing such a good job with micro defending against this, now even repairing that Hellion. Not a single worker went down there. Marine King being about double as effective with his army. The Banshee now going to be making his way to the third base of Symbol, but Symbol again knew this was happening, already has 3 queens on the way, and again, he saw that because when the Lings poked up, he saw the starport. Well, he didn't see the tech lab, so maybe he didn't know it was Banshees, but he knew it was starport play, which meant medevacs or Banshees. It could be a single Viking, but he got probably those queens out when he saw that. And this one hatch doesn't have a queen, so the Banshee actually doing a little bit of damage, forcing a missed inject on this natural hatchery before the 10-minute mark. Does do a little bit of damage. Symbol going to be getting back up. It's not that long of a missed inject, but it's a missed inject nonetheless. Banshees are going to be grouping up in a group of 2, and it doesn't look like he is going to go for that cloak build, as he does have double E-Bays up, getting 1-1 on his bio. And this, definitely a little bit odd, getting 2 Banshees and a Raven, and then not getting Cloak. Banshees come in, see the Spore Crawler right there. They may try to go behind this. Did they see that layer morphing? No, the Banshees did not even get to see that layer. We do have a macro hatch out of Symbol, and he's got Spore Crawlers up. These Banshees did not kill a single worker. Will just be floating around. Surprised he doesn't use the Banshees now. Kill this one Overlord, because this is going to be the thorn in Marine King's side. He's moving out now, and now Symbol knows, okay, I can't build any drones. It's just that easy. See the Spire going down. Baneling started morphing when he saw those Marines move out. And if the Banshees gave vision of this Overlord, or even the Raven, the Overlord would go down. This could still be a relatively scary push if Symbol wasn't building these 16 Lings, because the Raven could use point defense drone, and that now works on both the Queen's range of melee and air attack. So point defense drone could actually be used in killing Queens early on. He is going to be canceling a lot of these tumors, but Marine King's going to be taking them out because he does have that mobile detection. The Raven going to be throwing down an auto turret, and those Marines going to be clumped up when those Banelings do hit. Banshees do not go down, will be taking out that one Queen, but with these Spore Crawlers here, they're not going to be able to do that much damage. Another Spore Crawler is being built. These Banshees are going behind, going to probably get a few drone kills, but Symbol has already pulled his drones off the line, so these Banshees are going to come in and try to kill this Spore Crawler before it gets going. Meanwhile, we do have a little bit of a counterattack by Symbol with these Lings. Marine King almost has a complete wall up, going to be moving his third base, and this Overlord, again, sees the third base, so not killing this was a huge mistake, and the Banshees now going to be going up over into this natural, getting their first worker kills, and one Banshee does fall, and the second one is going to be getting away. 6 drones have been killed, but 8 mutas are on the way, so this Banshee is about dead. We do have one Ling going to be sitting under this, and Symbol says, saw your command center floating, dude. You're not going to be taking that anytime soon. And these Lings just going to be sitting back, waiting to see exactly what Marine King sends to do this. And that Overlord may have even seen this, and now the Lings just going to be running away. Symbol doing such a nice job, taking a 4th base as well. This one Banshee isn't dead, actually. The mutas should be out. Where are they? Mutas, where are they? There we go. They are going on the way to Marine King's main base. And Marine King, I don't think he knows this is coming. He has no idea whatsoever. Did see a lot of gas out of the Zerg at that third base. So maybe he has an idea this is coming. He is building a missile turret. I think he saw it with maybe a watchtower. No, he doesn't have watchtowers. So he is building a missile turret that's going to be a little bit late. And a lot of SCVs are going down. Mutas will be falling, but he has killed a total of only 8 SCVs. And losing, it looked like 2 or 3 mutas going into the count. It looks like it was only 2. He built 8 of them. But Symbol is morphing in a lot of Banelings, and he is going to be putting on a lot of pressure to this third base. But Marine King is going to have relatively okay Sim City with these supply depots and bunker placed right here. He is going to be moving on out. And these meters are going to see that, and the Watcher, of course, did see that. Marine King going to be taking out these destructible rocks, it looks like, and then pressuring this third base. And Symbol going to be morphing in a lot of Banelings in for defense. He does have 2-2 on the way. That +2 carry pace is about 40 seconds done. And if that finishes before Marine King does his attack, that will help out so much. We can see him kind of just splitting up, make sure he doesn't get hit by any Banelings. This attack is coming in, and there's nothing for defending it. Something got canceled for 300 minerals. It looked like that was a command center. A lot of SCVs did go down, but that was a lot of Symbol's army. So Marine King going to get a great split down. He's going to be able to do a lot of damage to Symbol right here, because Symbol just sacrificed a lot of his army to take out Marine King's economy. And that means Marine King has a larger army than Symbol. We can see Symbol transferring his drones over to his main base. And that means Symbol's only going to lose his third base, while Marine King lost his third base and around 30 SCVs, as his death count is up to 34. These Marines are going to ambush the Lings, but it is 2-2 versus 2-2. And that was some beautiful, out of nowhere, Marine King just tugged that Baneling down. That was a beautiful play, but we have Symbol now with a lot of units. He is splitting them up, going in for the stack. Very nice split just before the battle for Symbol, making those tanks a little bit less effective. He is going to be able to clean this up, and with these mutas here, he is going to get the medevacs as well, and that is definitely very key for Symbol, keeping that medevac count as low as possible. Losing 4 medevacs is horrible. You do see Marine King starting to split up his medevacs, trying to keep them alive, and only lost 1. Such nice play out of Marine King there. We do have the Hive on the way for Symbol. He is getting this third base up. The fourth base is not saturated. We have Bird Baneling's going to be taking out a handful of Marines. Very nice out of Symbol. 129 supply though to 107. Marine King is still in this. He is getting his mech upgrades as well, so when the Broodlords come out, when he builds Thors, the Thors will have +2 attack, which makes them relatively good against unupgraded Broodlords. So the late game could be very interesting, but Marine King also has 3-3 on the way. Not started yet for the Lings. Again, the Hive is done. Tank in a good position, but the mutas do end up taking out. Marines now know about the fourth base, and they will be taking out the Queen. Now getting a handful of those drones. And very nice starter stepping, catching up to those drones, getting a lot of those kills. 19 workers killed to 34. And that fourth base will be falling, but at the same time, the third base is almost done. And Symbol just going to be transferring what drones he has over to that third base. Fourth base falls, Marine King up at 4 medevacs, still producing them 2 at a time. 9 Marines on the way, 1 tank to protect this orbital command with a few Marines, but that does not look like it is going to be enough. He has a handful of units coming here though, so this third base not going to take all that much damage. 35 workers killed to just 20. And Symbol not really burrowing any more Banelings. He is morphing in 4 right now. Going to try running into this, and there was 1 tank here, so this is going to be really nice. He took out that 1 tank, and now he's going to morph in those Banelings and go into the mineral line of Marine King, or maybe just burrow them and try to do more damage like he did when Marine King was moving out earlier. And it looks like Symbol setting up for another counterattack, possibly. He also has Infestors out now with that Adrenal Glands upgrade. All those Lings on the way. And there's Banelings going in. Looks like they want to burrow Marine King. I do not think he saw that. It is possible that was on the brink of his vision. Gonna be stepping ahead, and no, he does not know about those burrow Banelings. And oh my god, they go off yet again, taking off a lot of Marines. The Fungrutzer coming from Symbol playing so well, but Marine King still has a lot left over. 109 supply to 152. I have no clue how Marine King is ahead right now, but he is in that supply. Tanks are going to be sieging up. Fungrutzer does go down. Going to pick off a handful of Marines. Only like 2. This medevac count is very high for Symbol. Infestor's not going to be extremely effective. This Marine count is very low though, but the medevac count is almost as high as the Marine count, making them very hard to kill. And these tanks just killing off so many Lings. 24 kills, 10 kills. GG out of Symbol. Marine King taking game number 1. And that was odd. That was really odd that Marine King won that. Like, those Baneling landmines that Symbol had, I know he didn't hit them that much, but I thought he hit them close enough to the engagement where he was good. Let's see. 120 to 165 supply, so Marine King was just way too cost effective. A good on macro. 14k to 10k loss before this battle. That is not explaining 40 frickin' harvester difference. 59 drones to 59 SCVs, so I missed something that game. Maybe there's... I mean, he didn't really kill that many drones to do a lot of damage. I don't know. Maybe Symbol just didn't go up to that 70 drone mark fast enough. Just really odd. Or maybe Marine King just has macro that is that darn good. His macro could just be that good. But watching this battle again, let's go normal speed. And you gotta admire the patience of Symbol. Because he could have exploded a lot of Marines right here. That would have been a handful. But he's gonna send those Lings in. And then right here. 43 Marines? Oh, that was before, actually. We'll watch that again. Marine King is building 9 Marines at once. Wow, that Baneling, he's building so many Marines, the count doesn't really go down. You can see 56, 61, 42. So killed about 20 or 19 Marines in that Baneling explosion. And then Marine King still has enough firepower to keep on going. Symbol did sacrifice a lot of Lings, forcing the Marines into that position. So he lost a lot of supply, forcing Marine King, but that was probably cost effective of him to do that hit. And then losing these infestors, I think. One fungal, another fungal. Marine King now takes both those infestors. And then again, all these medevacs, I think this may have been... Losing those infestors was definitely kind of like one of the turning points. But we can see that medevac count so high that fungal growths aren't really good. So he does use 2 fungals right here. We'll see how many kills those fungals actually get. So, infestors are about to die. 1 kill, 0 kills. They may kill 2, 3 Marines. No. They kill 1 Marine. Those 2 infestors kill 1 Marine, thanks to all 8 of these medevacs. So it comes down to you really have to know when to use your fungal growth and when to get the heck out of there with your infestors. Because if you're only going to use 1 or 2 fungal growths on a group of Marines that are underneath 8 different medevacs, it's not worth it because they just heal. And that Banshee, still alive. That is really funny that the Banshee never died. I don't think he ever moved, and Symbol didn't ever see it. Banshee didn't see those overlords, but he just stayed there, and it was forgotten about. Let's go, I guess. Let's look at Symbol's injects. I want to know how Marine King won that game, so we're gonna go into SC2 gears, and we're gonna see how Marine King actually won. I hope you're cool with that. So, let's see. Over in SC2 gears, let's go over to main building control. This is the natural. Again, this is that missed inject I was talking about that Marine King forced. So, 10-minute mark. That's 10:30. 9:56. 10 minutes. We have 11.2. Not the best. You're going to see this a lot lower in the rest of the series. Just because, I'm assuming it's going to be lower. It's not guaranteed, but 11 seconds is bad. I'm just going to say that flat out. It is bad, and it comes down to that weird Hellion Marine Banshee thing, forcing Symbol to miss injects. So, that's actually, it comes down to, I think, just the Banshee missing those injects. But anywho, let's go into units built. Okay. Let's go click on workers. And we're going to search for text train drone. And maybe not train, just drone. Is it builds tech? Oh, that's search text. Filter actions. Drone. Filter. There we go. So, let's see. He stopped droning at the 12-minute, 14-second mark. So let's see exactly what count he stopped at. Go back into the game. 13 minutes in the game should be fine. So he stopped droning at 78 drones. He stayed at 78 drones for a long time, I think. 77. Just keep an eye on the drone count going at faster times 8. King's attacking, 43 SCVs. See, this is the time of the game when that third base goes down, this fourth base doesn't take that much damage. That I think that Symbol like can just out macro Marine King. But he doesn't transfer the drones back down here quick enough. So he's got this huge drone lead right now. Like a massive drone lead, a worker lead by like 30. However, this base gets taken out. He pulls all his drones. Great move for Symbol, but he doesn't transfer them down to this fourth base. So you have a 30 worker lead, but let's say 20 of those workers are idle. So right now, Symbol probably only has a 10 worker lead, which those 3 mules make up for. So I think this is really why the game went the way it did. Because he never really transferred the drones down to that fourth base. And then he loses the fourth base right here. And loses a lot of drones. But yeah, I think that's my take of the game. That those drones went up, had a huge economic lead. I said he had an economic lead, but I missed that he never put the drones down to the fourth base. I missed how big of an impact that was, that the drones didn't go down to the fourth base. So, hope you guys enjoyed that game. And just because I have SC2 gears up, I will show you a few more tabs. Just because it's up. And I'm on the scene, so let's take out that filter action. Marine. His macro, again, really good. Really good. Or tank. Or medevac. So you can see, there's no way, well, at this small time, 1534 is the, only time he may be supply capped. That could be a mistake. I doubt it is. That sliver is so small, I don't even think it's a supply cap. I don't even think he stops building at that time. It's just one of those weird things with this, so 1535, let's look. Yeah, there's no way he supply capped himself. He's 120 out, 161 supply. So, really nice play out of Marine King. What do you expect? He is up now 1-0 in the series. We will be going on to game number 2 momentarily. And again, if you enjoyed that analysis, me trying to find out where the game went south, let me know in the comments. And please, please, please subscribe. I do my best to provide the best analysis and casting I can. And I still need more subscribers. So, subscribe. Take care.